and share my screen so that we can get this started. Oh, I cannot do that. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys.
Okay. That's the last one.
Sorry, here we go. All right. So I will let Maria and Esther take it away. Guys, when you need me, just tell me to click the next slide, and I'll also be checking for chat to see if you have any questions.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. I hope you are enjoying FRAC 2022. My name is Maria, and with me is my co-presenter, Esther Cordero. And we will be taking you to the steps on how we set up the customers both in HRS and PeopleSoft. So take it away, Esther. Let's start.
Good morning. My name is Esther Cordero. I'm glad you all chose to be at our session on customers this morning. A customer, or direct sponsor, as we call it in Huron, is the full legal name of a sponsoring agency on the award document. When a new customer is required for a funding proposal, a sub-awardee, a contracting party on a research agreement, or for an IRB, new funding agency in Huron, a new customer request form is submitted to our office for setup in PeopleSoft. The completed new customer request form is reviewed and validated. Maria will be going over the form later. The new customer is created in PeopleSoft and pushed to our research data warehouse. There is an overnight process that runs to update the system with the new customer information. The new customer is not available until the next day. Now, Maria will go over the form that UCF uses for new customers. Mary, next screen, please.
Next slide, please. I think it was. Esther, you may want to.
Oh, this is what I was saying. Oh, we forgot to proceed with the screen. Sorry about that. But here it is in a nutshell, what I just said. So next screen, please, for the form. Thank you.
This is the official document that we use whenever we need to set up a new customer in PeopleSoft. The form is pretty much straightforward, or it can easily be understood by anybody. So also, I'd like to mention that we have another person who set up customers for Research Foundation, and that is Rose Carpenter. So basically, me, Esther, and Rose, set up the whole customers for UCF. Now, the form, we need to have the Huron ID number, which is the funding proposal. It could be the research agreement number, or it could be the study IRB. Now, we need a customer name, which is the legal name of the sponsor. We need the address, city, state, zip code, and if the sponsor or the customer is a foreign one, we need a country. So a phone number must be provided as well, and also the website if it is available. Now, moving on, we need to have the contact information, name, last name, and the title if it's available, and the email address. Now, this information is very important because this email address is where all our invoices go for payment. Now, the setup for the customer, contact information is related to, we associate the contact information with our customer award. So it is really important that this information is provided because this is brought over to our invoice. If you provide us the incorrect email address, then the sponsor will not get our invoice, and it is possible that we might have, non-payment of our invoice. Now, all the personnel listed on the award documents, they are also important, but we don't necessarily set them up in PeopleSoft. So those are the very important information that we need in order to proceed with the customer setup. Now, once this is verified, then we can go in PeopleSoft and set them up. PeopleSoft will assign a number, and then we inform the requester of the number that the customer is now available. But like what Esther said, it will only be available the following day. Now, for the customer updates, I have seen change in name. If the customer is acquired by another company, if the customer is sold out to another company, those are the changes that we make in the customer, database. So if you have any questions about, this form, let us know, or you can put it on the chat, and then we can answer all your questions. And that's basically how we do it. I know it's just like a general information on how we set it up in PeopleSoft, but there are still some other steps that we do in PeopleSoft. But for the initial requirements, these are the information that we need. Esther?
Well, the most important thing we have here is that Huron ID number. We use that to go back and double check what everybody has sent us. And we also go to the website, as Maria mentioned, and we make sure that all that information has been given to us appropriately. And we can always change later down the road, but we rather get it right the first time when we first put it in. Maria, do we have any questions or anything you want to add?
Currently, there's no questions, but yes, this form is extremely important, and this is used by everybody who needs a customer setup. And so I think it's great that you guys are putting this information out there, because without these very specific things, nobody's able to do their job. So this is a great form, and it's great that you guys had this put together. Currently, there's no questions, so you can keep going.
Okay, Maria, did you want to show them the PeopleSoft side, or that's too much information? Because that's unique to UCF's PeopleSoft.
Well, when we set up a customer in PeopleSoft, we have to, it is not only the information that we enter, the information on the form, we still have to determine what kind of sponsor it is, whether it is a federal, private, or, nonprofit corporation or something like that. So there are still a lot of fields that we complete in PeopleSoft. So it's not only what the information on the form is. So that's how it is. I mean, we set it up, with all the roles and information in PeopleSoft. Whatever is required, then we have to complete them.
Correct.
So I guess, I know this is a very short presentation, but we did not include the procedures or the steps on how, it is done in PeopleSoft. But like what I said, the financial information of the or the billing information is very important for us, because that's where our invoices go. I mean, if that information is not correct, then, most likely your accounts receivable or your non-payment of invoices.
Anyone watching our presentation, do you have any comments on how your agency handles customers?
Or if there is anybody who also set up customers in their institution on how they do that?
Yeah, please feel free, guys. If you have any questions or comments or tips that you guys do for customer setup, and maybe some of you don't even know who sets up the customer, because I didn't know. until I met Maria and Esther from Grants Account when they came over from Grants Accounting, that they did all the customer setup. I had no idea that it's just them. So far, we're good. There's no questions in the chat. Oh, here we go. We have one. Christy said her institution is in the process of switching from Cayuse to Huron. Have you found that PeopleSoft information communicates and transitions well into Huron?
We had our little glitches at the beginning, but once all the little nuances were squared away and smoothed out, it runs smoothly.
I don't think, Maria, you guys don't
No,
actually do the customer setup in Huron, right? It's only done
No,
in
no. Here is what's happening since you will be switching to Huron. We don't. Our sponsor is, is in PeopleSoft. So what happened is once we set up in PeopleSoft, we send it to Huron for selection. So we don't actually, set it up in Huron. We set it up in PeopleSoft and then, push it to Huron. So in Huron, when you select the direct sponsor, we call it direct sponsor in Huron, then, that information or that customer will be available. We don't actually set it up in Huron. We set it up in PeopleSoft. That answers your question.
That's why you guys have the customer form, right? It's because we don't enter in Huron, and so the customer form takes place of that, right?
Yes.
All right, we have another comment from Shan Lucas. She said that they appreciate everything you ladies do to maintain the customers. Maria and Esther always reply instantly with any questions and stuff. We have a comment from Paige. Are you satisfied with reporting PeopleSoft provides you? Effort remaining, balance, commitments, BBA, labor trend, etc.
Are you satisfied with the reporting PeopleSoft? Well, for the customer, I'm talking about our customers. Yes, we run the query of all the customers, like those active customers and inactive customers. So, yeah, I mean, the query, PeopleSoft query, looks okay with us. I mean, it's giving us correct information.
Okay, so far, that's it. Kalpana has a comment saying that you guys, thank you for setting up customers. It's very helpful for their area. Danielle says you're an amazing OR award manager, Maria. And
Thank
Paige,
you.
thank you for your explanation.
Thank you. Hope,
Okay.
we can help. So if you guys have, for those who work with UCF, if you have any questions or, if you need help as far as customer setup or management is concerned or updates to customers, just let us know.
Well, guys, I guess if there's no more questions and you don't have anything else, we'll do some of that work-life balance and give everybody some time back in their day to really enjoy their lunch and not sitting at a computer.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, for doing our slides.
My pleasure, guys. Look at your comments. You have some great comments coming in.